All right, today's guest is an ex-tennis pro who was a struggling actor and wound up getting the role of his life playing a lawyer in real life. Greg Pyfrom.
Good morning.
Do you remember all that?
I did.
That was from our first meeting, man. How you doing?
Trying to keep out of trouble.
Yeah, same here. We're all trying to keep out of trouble. But you're here today on a Sunday because you have something interesting to talk about.
I do.
And that is regarding inspectors not getting contracts signed before they do the inspection, getting dragged around by the clients. I call it bullying, bullying the inspector, where the customer or the realtor just try to avoid, dotting your I's and crossing your T's when it comes to your home inspection contracts.
Doing their job.
Yes, it's part of the job right there. So let's go. Tell me about that case you mentioned to me on the phone.
Well, I can tell you that there's a huge case going on in San Diego with a major law firm, which is, in our opinion, completely fraudulent. This is a $2 million home bought on a 15-day escrow, and during the escrow, the home inspector found water dripping from an area of the downstairs bathroom, which was almost never used since the kids obviously were out of the house and the family was older. So the bottom line of it is that he not only took photographs of what it was, he took a moisture meter out to make sure that he got an accurate reading, because this is a $2 million home and they knew it was going to be serious.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, they then called out for a mold inspector to come. And in fact, a mold inspector came.
Really?
Yes. With a 15-day escrow, with all the other problems taking place, they decided to go forward with it anyway. And what the sellers did was, I'm going to turn this over to my insurance company, and they will deal with you, but we'll close the escrow, get the money. Obviously, the agents were very happy to get their money that quickly.
I bet they were.
And the bottom line of it all is, everything was great until they found out that the intention of the buyer was to completely remodel the downstairs and gutted it all without getting any notice to the home inspector or anyone else. And then I was called in.
Really? So, okay, let me see if I got this straight. So, home buyer hires a specific home inspector. He goes down there, does his job. Did he do his job right? Did he do his paperwork's in order? Everything's good?
Look, everything was great. It was 148 pages, and even took photographs of the moisture meter by the downstairs bed.
Showing there was moisture.
Absolutely, and the mold, and called out for the mold inspection to take place too.
Really? So but his paperwork was in order?
Absolutely. First class, great job. It certainly made my life a lot simpler.
All right, so his paperwork was in order. Okay, so then what you're getting at is you think he was set up from the beginning. Everybody was set up from the beginning to try to get some kind of a claim and try to collect some money from the buyer. Well, the buyer was trying to do that from everybody else. And now you're saying that after he pointed out the moisture, he recommended a mold company come in, and they did come in. And so there's another report there, right? So now you get two reports, right?
Correct.
Okay, two reports. You saw both reports?
Saw both reports.
Okay, and so now you're saying that the buyer did not disclose they planned on gutting everything anyway?
Yes, as a matter of fact, even the realtors modified their disclosure documents to include it. So there was full notification, and of course, he wanted it still within 15 days. He originally wanted it in 10, and not many young men have $2 million just sitting around just to take it out of a bank account. So there's a lot of things going on simultaneously. Now, what really came down is that the insurance company came in and said, let's take a look at this. And they brought in a restoration company to come in. And then at the end of it, they submitted a bill for over $440,000, which they asked.
Who submitted the bill?
the buyer of the house.
Wow.
The insurance company refused to pay it, so they went back and they sued the sellers.
Wow.
Yes, there's a lot of loose strings around here.
And this is an ongoing case, right?
This is an ongoing case.
So you have to be careful what you say.
Very careful.
Yeah. All right. So if I push too hard, push back. Say, John, I can't answer that.
Well, I'll just simply say it's attorney-client privilege.
Oh, there you go. All right. So that's interesting. But, I'm not surprised to hear this. Were you surprised when you got the case?
No.
Of course not, because people are people, right?
We had the Rihanna case.
Tell me about it.
Well, the Rihanna case was the glass house in Beverly Hills that she purchased through her agents. And
You talking about the Rihanna?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
And I must admit, we never got to meet her.
Mm-hmm.
It was unfortunate because I wanted to.
Right.
But there was a case going in New York and also in Los Angeles. And basically, the house was mostly glass. They had a glass bridge going from her boudoir to across the house for the purposes of where her clothes were. And to make the long story short, this was a house that was built from a bungalow, California bungalow, with the most amazing views that you can imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of great homes. Never seen a view like this, where you look from the balcony, which was also glass.
That's a lot of Windex, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's
Clean
a
that
little
place.
more than that. But you look down on downtown Los Angeles as if you're reaching out to get a pencil on a table. And if you go to the opposite side of the house, you look over the hill and you see Brentwood, Santa Monica, Pacific Palisades, the Pacific Ocean.
Right.
And if you look to the south, there's Beverly Hills right down below you.
Wow.
It was an amazing house. And oddly enough, it took 2 years to finally resolve it.
Yeah, what was wrong with it?
Well, I mean, there was a El Nino rain, and the balcony was over the sliding glass doors higher, so that when the rain hit on the south and east side, it flooded the upstairs and basically flooded the whole house.
Yeah, I've seen something like that before.
Yeah.
Not in a glass house, in just a regular construction house, conventional framing. But yeah, I've only done, I think, maybe 2 or 3 glass houses
It's
in the past
pretty
10
much
years.
all glass. It really was.
Yeah, I'm sure it looks nice, but it's not functional, is it?
Not when you have glass stairs going up and, shall we say, people walking across the bridge, especially when you're having a party down below and it's all glass.
Okay, I'm not going to go there on that
No,
one.
I wouldn't go any further on that on a Sunday, that's for sure.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Hey, who's up there?
Yes.
So anyway, so that was just basically a moisture intrusion problem.
Yes, it was. Except,
And it was a very expensive one?
yes, it was. But more than that is, in 2 years, we never found an architect, a builder, or a permit.
Shut up.
In 2 years, they tore that bungalow down and built this house. Building and safety never came up there for anything. How this took place, I still don't know.
Come on, I can answer that one for you.
Please.
Somebody got paid off.
Well,
Got that kind
I
of
don't
money?
know.
Got that kind of money, you're probably paying somebody off. Who knows? That's a lot of money involved in that. So the people know people, those people know people, and that person knows the guy at the building department.
As a matter of fact, this house was supposed to be for the, what was the show on TV, Bachelors and, come on, the one that's on TV that you see
I
every
don't watch
single
that
year.
crap.
Well, anyway, it's basically that was supposed to be the film set for this particular series where you have the Bachelorette and the Bachelor, and this was the house that was supposed to be for it because they had all the scenery.
Got it. So now, I believe that was an interesting story. What was the dollar amount on that one? Can you disclose that?
Well, I can tell you that we paid a nominal amount. What really occurred was the case in New York in which she also sued her agent, and that was in federal district court. But eventually we walked for peanuts, popcorns, and diplomas. I mean, it really wasn't much of anything.
Really?
Yeah, she didn't get much at all on that side of it. And she sold it as a mold house.
As a fixer-upper?
Yes. And somebody came in and spent a lot of money to redo it and then sold it for a ton of money.
And what year was this?
Well, it was the El Nino year, so was it 2004, 2005? It was quite a while ago.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it. Yeah, no, I'm not familiar with that case. Thanks for telling me. I'm not aware of it.
Well,
maybe I heard about it, but I don't remember.
She's not hurting for money, so I
Right,
don't really
yeah.
think that's a problem.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd get that fixed.